It's Friday evening and we're just headed up to Fernie, BC for some skiing this weekend. Look at all the cows here.
All the groceries that I'm gonna make into. There's my salad down there. And here's our view.
If you're not making salad while you're driving, you're a fake vegan.
That's not true.
Welcome to beautiful British Columbia. We're just here at Fernie Alpine Resort in the beautiful Rocky Mountains.
Good morning,
We're gonna go.
welcome to Fernie Alpine Resort. If you are outside of your vehicle,
This guy's interrupting me right now.
covering on.
We're gonna go for a rip skiing. I'm gonna show you some and I'll show you. Put the boots on. Get ready to go for a ride.
The boots are going on easier than they used to go on.
Oh yeah, well they're all worn in now.
You can't see the top of the mountain because it's in the clouds.
Look at that, Holly's getting her new skis strapped on. And we are gonna head up to the Mongolia Bowl for some warm-up. We're just on the timber chair, headed up to the Mongolia Bowl. It is just absolutely gorgeous out here. On that last run, I was trying to go down, and I was being a little bit of a chicken, I was going all the way to the right and not going down.
It's okay, you weren't being a chicken.
I know, I was just being a sentient being who was a little bit cautious, but afraid, right? Like, I shouldn't use speciesist language, I guess, eh? Here we are going up into the clouds. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm so happy because I nailed Heartland. And that was a run that I struggled on the last 2 times I've been here. So I'm really happy that I got it. It feels good.
Yeah, I'm glad you challenged yourself. Oh goodness. You okay? Well, that's a tough part, eh? So we just went down. Having a good time?
Totally.
Oh, that was a cool run, eh? Give me cat track fever. Cat track fever.
How was it?
Well, that was a good run. lizard hole, and we're about to go down for a rip. And the view from up here is absolutely amazing. Okay. Alright, we're just here at the bottom. We just finished our day, and we're gonna head in for some food. And yeah, hopefully it's oh, what the heck?
Look at this mask here.
Ugh. We can't go anywhere unless we find these masks, eh? Ugh.
Jeez,
Gross. Jeez Louise.
what a gross piece of garbage. Who would take this off their face and just throw it on the floor? I've never taken a mask off my face and thrown it on the floor, on the ground. Who would do
I have never done that either. That's ridiculous. Oh, look at this. There's another one.
Oh my gosh!
Ah,
Seriously?
can't even go freaking 10 feet.
Oh my gosh!
You know, this is a beautiful Rocky Mountain paradise. And
Seriously, 2 masks in a parking lot.
it's 9:30 at night. We're in Fernie right now, and the two of us have decided to make an impromptu trip to the hot springs.
I'm going where the water tastes like wine. We can jump in the water all the time.
We're just up here in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night.
Nothing but us and the wind and the trees.
Yeah, it is pitch black out there. And we're gonna go down and see if we can take a dip in the hot springs. We were just taking a dip in the hot springs here. It's about 1 in the morning for late night dip. For late night skinny dip in the water.
The water was so warm. It was really nice.
Well, it's Sunday morning here in Fernie. We made it back last night. I didn't film us arriving back because it was 3 in the morning when we arrived back here in Fernie. Holly is just at work making some sandwiches for the road. This is how we roll in style. We are representing out here in rodeo country. Let's go check out Mugshots Bistro. Shh, they must be those anti-maskers in here. Oh. Some good vegan options here. Look, this place even has a payphone. It's like a little retro relic, eh?
Look at the sea of rocks here.
Yeah. Can you imagine? There used to be a town here. A Turtle Mountain just came down, crashing down onto everybody. April 29th, 1903. 30 million cubic meters of limestone fell on this people.
The rocks fell in the middle of the night. The mountain came down in the middle of the night, and a bunch of people were crushed.
Well, they didn't see it coming though, so it was a humane death. So where are we here? That's beautiful, isn't it? Is that a good little drop or what? We're out here in Hutterite country in southern Alberta. You know, a lot of people say that us animal rights activists hate the Hutterites or we target them because of the Liberation Lockdown 1 event. Actually, I think we have more in common with the Hutterites than you think. Because actually we care about water, and look at this. Hutterites are also trying to stop the coal development that's going on in the eastern slopes of the Rockies. Yeah, this whole campaign here to stop Jason Kenney and his goons from turning the eastern slopes of the Rockies into coal mining. And it's ironic enough, they say that they care about the Old Man River and the water quality, but yet this is allowed. They have a feedlot right here, and all the waste from this goes into the Old Man River. And who cares about the Old Man River now?
All the untreated sewage from these animals just leaks into the Old Man River.
I just find it ironic that they can just stop a coal mining development, but yet they're the ones who are polluting the water in the first place. Even worse, like southern Alberta has some very poor water quality when you get further downstream because of all the feed operations and all the intensive animal agriculture operations that go on down here. You know, there's 5.2 million cows in Alberta, and each cow actually takes more resources than a human being, more water, more calories. It takes more resources than your average human being to keep these animals here. There's a lot of stuff on here on this road that says ranching, preserving ranching, part of Alberta's heritage. Well, you know, that's only a small part of Alberta's history. Alberta's been around for a million years, and ranching has only been here for the last 100 or maybe 150 at the most. A lot of farmers and ranchers in this area say that their business is necessary because they're returning ruminants to the land here. And the ruminants, they eat up the grass, and basically, well, they turn it into protein, obviously, that people eat. So they say that this is a necessary business for this area because technically this area is not really that great to grow any other farmland. They're just they're trying to replicate. You know, this area used to be loaded with bison back when the indigenous people used to run the area. This place had bison all over the place, so they're trying to say that this area naturally needs these ruminants on the land, and they're part of the ecology. They're part of the ecosystem here to return these ruminants to this land. But what a really piss poor way of doing it, first of all, because, you know, ruminants are very nomadic in nature, so they wouldn't be just kept in one area. And also these animals that you see out here that are grazing in the fields, they don't spend their entire lives grazing in a field. They spend maybe most of their life, or a good majority of their life, in the field, and then they get sent to a feedlot for the last couple of months in their life so they can be fattened up, fed soy from the Amazon rainforest, cut down the rainforest to grow these soy products. And I think it's just terrible. It's not as sustainable as they sell the whole idea.
The grazing cows spend so much time in one area that they're contained in, a couple fields or a couple acres, and that land doesn't get a chance to regenerate. The land is used for the cows. No other animals, no foxes, no coyotes, they're not allowed on that land because it's grazing land, and farmers don't want wildlife killing or interfering with their cattle herd, and the land doesn't get a chance to regenerate because of the constant use by the cows.
They have to kill all the predators that would go and kill these animals naturally. They have to kill the predators. They see them as pests almost, like a coyote and wolves. But they're the natural species. They belong here. Maybe we don't belong here. Maybe those cows don't belong here. just here in Longview, Alberta. Longview has a lot of history to it. This would be the first oil well that was drilled in Alberta. It is not too far away from here, just a few kilometers north in Black Diamond. As you can see there, there's a massive oil rig just beside the road. Longview really promotes itself as a little ranching, farming community. One very popular thing for people to do here is to take a drive in from the city and come to this jerky shop. This jerky shop here sells all kinds of different dead animal parts. And they pride themselves on being so local and sustainable, but it's really not. I mean, we really already talked about that. This is something too, the Highway 22, they consider it to be the cowboy trail that runs through farming and ranching company. Let's see, there's a big Alberta cowboy trail here. It's part of, this is a part of that whole thing with the rodeo. They're saying, like, this is Alberta's heritage. Well, this is, the current system of government's heritage, in Alberta. But, Alberta's been around a lot longer than our culture has been here. This is heavily painted that this is our culture. This rodeo, farming, ranching, cowboy thing. This is our culture. But, it's really not. It's not my culture anyways.
I think that as our society starts to evolve, there will be people in our society that don't want to evolve. We're all going to have to be more open-minded because of climate change. But I think that a lot of Alberta ranchers are still going to be wanting to eat their steaks in the year 2050. And places like this uphold that. And calling Highway 22 the cowboy trail just ingrains that sense of cowboy and gives the cowboys the right to their oppressive culture. We hail cowboys as heroes here. We hail ranchers as heroes.
Yeah, they really promote it like these cows are just happy in a field, and all these wildlife just lives in harmony. And really, it's the exact opposite. No matter how nicely a farmer says he treats his animals, they all end up at the same place, here at Cargill Foods, or a similar type of place. This is where Calgary Animal Save bears witness.